Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Shake Hand with Life. I am Narendra Sharma. In this video of hypothesis testing, I'll show you how you can test a hypothesis when a proportion of population is given. For example, only 2% graduates of a university pursue the post-graduation. But before we make a move in this video, make sure that you have subscribed Shake Hand with Life YouTube channel and hit the bell so that you won't miss the chance to get the notifications of my latest video lectures. So when the data is given in form of proportions, the sampling distribution may take the form of binomial probability distribution, whose mean would be equal to n into p and the standard deviation equal to square root of n into p into q, where p represents the probability of success, q represents the probability of failure, such that p plus q equal to 1 and n is the size of the sample. Hence, to test a hypothesis with given proportions, we calculate the proportion of successes in each sample and then calculate the mean and standard deviation of the proportion of successes. Now the mean proportion of successes is given by n into p divided by n. This will come out as p, and the standard deviation of the proportion of successes will be equal to square root of p into q divided by n. If n is large, the binomial distribution tends to become normal distribution, and in that case we use the z-test for hypothesis testing of proportion. And the equation of z-statistic to calculate the value of z is given as z equal to p cap minus p in the numerator divided by square root of p into q divided by n in the denominator, where p is the sample proportion. Now let's take an example to understand how you can solve the problems when a proportion of population is given. A certain process produces 10% defective articles. A supplier of new raw material claims that the use of his material would reduce the proportion of defectives. A random sample of 400 units using this new material was taken to test the claim of the supplier, and it was found that out of 400 units, 34 units were defective units. Now, test at 1% level of significance. Can the supplier's claim be accepted? Now, on the basis of given parameter, can you accept the claim of the supplier at 1% level of significance? Now, to solve this problem, first you have to state the null and alternative hypothesis. And the null hypothesis will be the proportion of defective articles is 10% in the production process with the running raw material. So you can state the null hypothesis as H0 such that P equal to 0.10. It implies the proportion of defective articles is 10%. Now the supplier claims that if the company uses his raw material, then the proportion of defective articles will be less than 10%. So you can state the alternative hypothesis as HA such that P less than 0.10. It implies proportion of defective articles is less than 10% with new material. Here the proportion of success is given by the proportion of defective articles, and it is given by P equal to 0.10. Now the proportion of failure is given by Q equal to 1 minus P, and that will be equal to 1 minus 0.10, and this will come out as 0.90. Now the number of units in the sample with new material are given by n equal to 400. Number of defective articles with new material found in the sample equal to 34. Therefore, the proportion of success in the sample, that is the proportion of defective articles in the sample with new material, is given by P cap equal to 34 divided by 400. This will come out as 0.085. Now the test statistic to solve this problem is given by the equation Z equal to P cap minus P in the numerator and divided by square root of P into Q divided by N in the denominator. Now put the values of P cap, P, Q and N in the equation of Z statistic and solve the equation. And after having solved the equation, the value of Z comes out as minus 1.00. Now HA is one-sided and less than type. Hence, a rejection region applying the left tail test at 1% significance level is defined by R such that Z less than minus 2.32 using the table of area under the normal distribution. It implies if the calculated value is less than minus 2.32, then the null hypothesis will be rejected. But here the calculated value of Z, which is minus 1.00, is greater than minus 2.32. Hence the null hypothesis will continue and can't be rejected at 1% significance level. And hence you can conclude that the supplier's claim can't be accepted. You may use the p-value method to test the null hypothesis. The calculated value of Z is minus 1.00. Then using the table for area under the normal distribution, the area corresponding to 1 is 0.3413. Now the p-value is 0.50 minus 0.3413 equal to 0.1587 or 15.87%. And the p-value is much greater than the given significance level, which is 1%, and therefore H0 can't be rejected at 1% significance level, and hence you can conclude that the supplier's claim can't be accepted. The videos of p-value calculation for one-tail test and two-tail test are available on Shake Hand with Life YouTube channel. The links are given in the I mark above and in the description below. That's all in this video. If you have any question or suggestions, then please do write your feedback in the comment box below. Hit the like button and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Switch to Shake Hand with Life YouTube channel for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell so that you won't miss the chance to get the notifications of my latest video lectures. Visit shakehandwithlife.in to download the course notes and ebooks in PDF. We'll see you soon in my next video. Thanks for watching.